quite difficult to document something as nebulous as weather, but one way that we've done it in the show is through the changes that have happened in environments and habitats related to strange weather. So for example, Occupy 2 is a series of 3D printed plants that document the invasive species that are being recorded in the Arctic at the moment. The Arctic is warming, more plant species are able to survive there and will sort of change the habitat there as we know it today. The archive is made up of submissions from people from all over the world who are submitting things from a place that they believe to be sinking or melting. And the idea behind this is to document these places before they disappear. Talking about the weather documents the colloquial sayings that the English language have about the weather. What's interesting is the way that we talk about the weather is constantly evolving and changing, and it's a really important element of understanding weather. So for example, the shift from the idea of global warming, and now it's much more common to just use climate change as the term. That shift is a really interesting one to try and analyze and understand. Internet Poems About Weather documents how people talk about weather online, and it just uses the hashtag weather to search for random phrases and terms that have been used to describe how people feel about weather. Cloud by Matt Kenyon documents the housing bubble using clouds in the shape of houses, and it's interesting because people know how to talk about the weather, so he thought if I try and do something in that form, maybe it'll be easier to talk about difficult economic situations such as housing collapses. In Climate Council, we're doing experimental polling to document the public's perspective on climate change and strange weather. We're asking really difficult questions and unexpected questions that you wouldn't normally expect to be asked about climate change.